Hello, my name is Mary Beth Gillen, and I am recording my presentation for Schools of Character for Sardis High School. Okay, so in our discussion, we identified the challenges that are faced at Sardis are attendance for students, tardiness for students, student vaping, and teacher tardiness. So the challenges with tardies and absences are that students are tardy. They're tardy in the morning and for classes throughout the day, not just morning, but also throughout the day. They miss instruction. They come in late without a valid reason. They have a no care attitude. And Etowah County no longer counts 3 unexcused tardies as an absence. In the past, if a student was tardy every time they were tardy for 3 times unexcused, it would count towards an absence, which would go towards their truancy, but no longer is that in effect. And then the challenge for absences are that students are missing large amounts of days due to absences. The truancy doesn't work. Report card grades reflect the absences. Senior students are absent more than other students, and we've seen that dual enrollment students who only come for 1 or 2 classes show more absences. The biggest issue that wasn't included on this page is that the state report card that all schools get, absences are a huge portion of that. And we have no say so in when a student comes or doesn't come. And that's the biggest challenge for us, is that our grade reflects when we have students that are absent, and we're seeing a huge problem with that. The student vaping challenges, bathrooms seem to be the primary location where vaping happens, and it's hard to catch that unless you just walk in on it. Current punishments are not working. They're not decreasing the amount of students that we have vaping. Break times are also an issue. We have teachers that are assigned monitoring duties to help prevent it, but it's not seeming to completely prevent it because the bathrooms and other locations. And it can be difficult, as I mentioned a while ago, to prove when vaping is happening unless you just walk in on it. And then teacher tardiness, the challenge here are that teachers are not coming, they don't come in until 7:45 to 7:50. The bell rings at 7:45, the late bell. And so as noted at the bottom, that means students are sometimes left unattended. Teachers are expected to be present at school by 7:30. And we have a wide range of teachers that are coming in late. It's not just our veteran teachers, but veteran all the way to new teachers are coming in late. So how do we fix that? We're going to look at character education. What is character education? The framework for character education in Alabama schools states that character education involves intentional efforts in all aspects of schooling towards equipping children with capacity for flourishing lives as well as academic attainment. Well, why focus on character education for these challenges? Character education, it builds good citizens for the real world. Focusing on different virtues can help students have a successful future. And so by focusing on character education, we can build characteristics and core values to help students become successful after they leave school. How do you build character education? Focus on some of the virtues listed in a framework for character education in Alabama schools to help students grow. Focus on those, come up with plans on how to build on those virtues and core values, and help grow our character education, which in turn is going to help our students grow to become better citizens and overall better people. So the core values and virtues that I chose to focus on for improvement for this challenges listed were: for enabling virtue was punctuality, civic virtue is citizenship, the moral virtue is cooperation, and intellectual virtue is fairness. And I believe that if we focus on these 4 to start with, that we will see a huge increase in the 4 areas, the 4 challenges that were mentioned previously. So let's talk about enabling virtue, the punctuality. Punctuality is an important value to focus on. With attendance and tardiness, punctuality is a must. But not only just for the students, but for both students and teachers, we can improve attendance and tardiness if we improve our punctuality. If we focus on punctuality, show the importance of punctuality, then we're going to see an increase in attendance and tardiness for both students and teachers. Seeing the teachers lack punctuality, it's going to influence students to also show lack in punctuality. If we are trying to fix tardiness for students, but we have teachers arriving late, it's never going to work. We're not going to see an improvement there because the teachers are showing students that it's okay to be tardy, and that's not the message that we want to give out. So how do we improve punctuality? Well, we can create some incentives for both teachers and students. For absences and tardiness. I know previously at my school, we've done this with attendance. We have to do the 20-day report. And if teachers did not miss a 20-day, miss a day in those 20 days, a half a day or a full day, then they were put into a drawing to receive some sort of incentive. And some of those incentives could be extended planning, duty-free lunch, and things like that. And that can also be for tardiness. You know, if you come in tardy, then you're not gonna be in the running to get extended planning or a duty-free lunch. And then for students, the incentives like it's for not being tardy and for attending school daily could be extended break. And then free entry to maybe athletic events. If you don't miss any days or not tardy, you have the appropriate grades, then you can receive free entry to an athletic event for that time of year. The next virtue is a civic virtue, and that's citizenship. To me, this is the most important one, and one that we should share. We should always try to teach students. The framework for character education in Alabama schools states that citizenship is fulfilling one's civic responsibilities and contributing to the well-being of one's community and society. Citizenship is something that all schools should focus on. I am a huge believer in that. We want to create good citizens so that they can go out into the real world and become good people. Focusing on citizenship can improve all the challenges listed earlier in this presentation. This virtue is important for attendance, tardiness, vaping, and teacher tardiness. How do we improve citizenship? Character education. We could do character education lessons during our line period once a week. Student clubs like peer helpers could be a positive influence by displaying good citizenship character traits. Seeing peers show these citizen character traits that would help with the 4 challenges listed earlier is a major way to show a boost in citizenship. And then I think it's important to also do character education lessons with staff at faculty meetings monthly. Adults need citizenship lessons as well. Character education lessons on citizenship with staff is important as well. The moral virtue is cooperation. Cooperation is a major value that will lead to improvement in all areas. Everyone needs to cooperate to see success. Working together to improve these areas will lead to that success. And then students seeing teachers cooperate with the new plans and the new procedures, that's going to influence the students to also cooperate. What are some ways we can improve that cooperation? Well, as a leader, I believe you show students and teachers that you are willing to cooperate and listen to plans and concerns. Don't just come out saying this is how we're going to do everything. Listen, be willing to adjust and make changes if needed. That shows that the leadership is cooperating, which in turn will have teachers cooperate, which in turn will help students cooperate. Make the new expectations clear. Don't make them cloudy. Make them clear so that teachers and students know what's expected, and help develop a sense of community. Teachers and students need to know that it's community, that we're working together to create a better atmosphere. And then the last virtue is intellectual virtue, fairness. Fairness shows respect to all parties involved. Students need to know that you're going to be fair, as well as teachers. Equal treatment to all shows that you are wanting to find a solution to the problem. Treating both teachers and students with fairness will help solve many of the challenges we face. So how can we improve fairness? Set rules and expectations that all must follow, irregardless of your position, seniority, etc. With the teachers, it doesn't matter if it's a veteran teacher or a new teacher. Everyone should have the same expectations, and that goes for the students. Shouldn't matter if you're a senior or a freshman. Everyone's expected to be at school and be at school on time. Teachers must follow the rules just like the students. Teachers are not going to listen. Students are not going to listen if the teachers are not following the rules. And hold everyone to high expectations. Everyone needs to know that the best is expected from them. So to sum it up, character education, it's essential for schools, for leadership in schools. Focusing on these different virtues and core values can increase success in all areas. It's important that we focus on these areas, these core values, to improve the 4 challenges that were discussed. And I hope that some of these ideas will help, you can take away, and it'll help you create a better atmosphere at your school.